Diva's hands trembled slightly as she turned to face him fully. "Ethan, we shouldn't—" Before she could finish, he cupped her face gently, his thumb brushing her cheek. "Why not?" he asked softly, eyes dark with longing. Her breath hitched. The tension, the weeks of rivalry, the stolen glances, they all boiled over. She wanted to push him away, scream that this was crazy, but she couldn't. Not when the pull between them was undeniable. He leaned in slowly, giving her every chance to stop him, but she didn't. Their lips met in a kiss that was fierce, tender, and electric all at once. Time seemed to stop. The bustling Lagos streets, the neon lights, the hum of the city, they all faded. When they finally pulled back, both were breathless. Ethan's forehead rested against hers. "Diva, you have no idea how long I've wanted this," he whispered. Diva's chest heaved. "You are infuriating," she said, though a soft smile curved her lips. "And I think I like it." For the first time, their rivalry didn't matter. For the first time, the battle between them wasn't about cafes or competition. It was about them. The danger, the thrill, the forbidden attraction, it had consumed them both, and neither wanted to resist anymore. That night, as Lagos lights shimmered outside the cafe windows, Diva realized that some battles were worth losing, especially when they led to a fire that couldn't be ignored. The following week, Diva tried to focus on her cafe, but her thoughts kept drifting to Ethan. Every customer's smile, every clink of a coffee cup reminded her of their kiss, of the heat lingering in his gaze, of the tension that refused to fade. Then Ethan walked in. Looking casual, but she could see the intensity in his eyes. "Morning, Diva," he said, his voice soft but charged. "Morning," she replied, brushing flour off her hands. She told herself she could act normal, that she could ignore the fire between them. But when he leaned closer to inspect a new pastry, their shoulders brushed, sending shivers up her spine. "Busy day?" he asked, watching her closely. "Always," she replied, though her voice trembled slightly. Their stolen moments became dangerous. A touch here, a lingering glance there. And she realized that she didn't just like him, she needed him, even if her pride hated it. Every day felt like a tug of war between work, life, and the magnetic pull of their hearts. One evening, as they closed their cafes simultaneously, Ethan found her on the rooftop terrace, staring at the Lagos skyline. He leaned against the railing beside her. "Diva," he said softly. She looked at him, her chest tight. "Yes." He hesitated, then took a deep breath. "I don't want this to be just fleeting. I don't want just stolen moments or fire that burns out quickly. I want you. All of you." Diva's chest heaved. Her heart ached. She wanted to throw herself into his arms, to confess everything, but pride and fear held her back. "Ethan, He gently took her hands in his. "Shh, it's okay. I can wait. I'll wait for you." For the first time, Diva felt seen. Not just as a rival, not just as a fiery woman, but as someone worth loving fully. Lagos stretched out before them, glittering and chaotic, and in that moment, the world outside didn't matter. They were tangled in emotions, in desire, in a love that was as complicated as it was inevitable. The following weekend, Lagos was hit by a sudden downpour. Diva hurried to close her cafe, only to spot Ethan laughing across the street with a woman she didn't recognize. Her heart sank instantly. Who is she? Ethan waved and smiled at her, but the sight of him with someone else made her chest tighten. She swallowed her feelings and decided to leave before confronting him. Pride and fear wouldn't let her look vulnerable. Later at her apartment, Diva couldn't stop replaying the scene. Every laugh, every casual touch between Ethan and the woman twisted her stomach. She told herself she was overreacting, but jealousy was a fire she couldn't ignore. The next day, she avoided him at the cafe, keeping busy and pretending everything was normal. But Ethan noticed immediately. "Diva, what's wrong?" he asked, concern in his eyes as he leaned across the counter. "Nothing," she snapped, forcing a smile. "I'm fine." Ethan's gaze darkened slightly. "Diva, I was with a client yesterday. That woman is my business partner. I thought you knew." Her chest heaved, a mixture of relief and shame flooding her. "You didn't say," she muttered, biting her lip. "I didn't think it mattered," he said softly, stepping closer. "I only care about you."
Diva looked down, fighting the blush creeping up her neck. I let my imagination run wild," she admitted. Ethan reached out and lifted her chin gently. "Jealousy suits you," he whispered, a playful glint returning to his eyes. Her heart raced, and for the first time, she laughed, a sound mingling frustration, relief, and desire. "You're impossible," she said, shaking her head. "And yet, you keep coming back," he murmured, closing the small distance between them. Their foreheads touched, breaths mingling, and Lagos faded once again, leaving only the electricity between them. That night, Diva realized something undeniable. Love, like their rivalry, was messy, unpredictable, and utterly consuming. And no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't resist it. The following week, Lagos streets buzzed with rumors. A new cafe owner from Lekki, a sly and ambitious woman named Vanessa, had set her sights on taking down both Diva and Ethan. She was known for underhanded tactics, stealing recipes, poaching staff, and spreading false gossip. Diva was the first to feel the pressure. That morning, a group of her staff handed in their resignations, lured by promises of higher pay and better working conditions at Vanessa's cafe. Panic twisted Diva's chest. "Not now. I can't lose them. Not now." Ethan appeared at her cafe moments later, sensing the storm before she could even call him. "What happened?" he asked, concern etching his face. "They're leaving," Diva said, frustration and hurt lacing her voice. "Vanessa, she's ruthless." Ethan's jaw tightened. "We won't let her ruin this. Not you, not me. We're stronger than her." Together they strategized, combining their resources, creativity, and loyal customers to outsmart Vanessa. Long hours turned into late nights, with coffee brewing, laptops open, and whispered plans under dim cafe lights. In those moments, Diva realized just how much she relied on Ethan, not only for business, but for support, for laughter, and for the unspoken bond that had grown between them. And Ethan? He saw her brilliance, her courage, and her fire in a way no one else did. After a long day of plotting, they found themselves alone on the rooftop of Diva's cafe. The city shimmered below them, lights reflecting off wet streets. Ethan took her hand gently. "Diva, no matter what happens, I want you by my side," he said, voice low, serious. Her heart ached with emotions. "I'm scared," she admitted. "I don't want to lose what we have. But this rivalry, this city, it's overwhelming." He pulled her close, forehead against hers, breaths mingling. "We'll face it together, always." As the rain fell around them, the world felt distant, leaving only their shared warmth and the promise of love forged in fire. Their enemies were many, their challenges real, but for the first time, Diva felt truly unstoppable. With Ethan, she wasn't just fighting for her cafe, she was fighting for them. The rain had returned to Lagos that evening, drumming softly on the cafe roof and glistening off the streets below. Diva stood by the window, watching the city shimmer like molten gold. She wasn't alone. Ethan was there, leaning against the counter, watching her with that unreadable look she had come to crave. "You are quiet," he remarked, breaking the comfortable silence. "I'm thinking," Diva said softly. "About everything. About us." Ethan crossed the small space between them and took her hand. "Diva, I want this. Us. No games, no rivalries, no distractions." Her heart pounded, but what if the world gets in the way? He lifted her chin, forcing her to meet his gaze. "Then we fight. Together." The city outside was a blur, but inside, the warmth between them grew, electric and intimate. They moved closer, unspoken words hanging between them, hearts racing. When Ethan gently pressed his lips to hers, it was slow, tender, and searing all at once. Diva melted against him, feeling every lingering tension of the past weeks. The rivalry, the stolen glances, the teasing transformed into something deeper, something real. She had fought the attraction, fought the feelings, and now she realized how impossible it was to resist. Pulling back slightly, Ethan whispered, "I promise you, Diva, no matter what comes, I'm yours. All of you." Her chest ached with emotions. "And I'm yours, Ethan, completely." The rain continued to fall outside, turning the Lagos skyline into a canvas of reflections. They stood together, hearts beating in sync, knowing that the battles they had faced, both in business and in emotions, had only made their connection stronger. In that moment, Diva understood that love was messy, unpredictable, and intense. But it was also worth every risk. And with Ethan by her side, she felt ready to face anything, even the challenges that still lurked ahead. The weekend had arrived, but Lagos felt heavier than usual. Diva's cafe was buzzing, but there was a tension in the air that even her loyal customers could feel. Vanessa, the rival from Lekki, had escalated her tactics, this time sending threatening messages, attempting to discredit Diva's cafe online, and spreading rumors that Ethan was only helping Diva for his own gain. Diva's chest tightened as she read one particularly vicious message. She knew she had to confront Ethan before doubts could fester. She found him at his cafe, reviewing inventory, completely focused. "Ethan," she began, her voice trembling. He looked up and his eyes immediately scanned her face. "What is it?" She handed him her phone, showing the messages. "People are saying things about us, about you, about why you helped me." Ethan's jaw clenched, but he took her hand in his. "Diva, listen to me. I help you because I choose to. Not because of anyone else, not for fame, money, or gossip. Only because I want to be with you." Her heart pounded, tears threatening to fall. It feels like everything is against us. I don't want to lose you or what we have." He pulled her into a tight embrace. "You won't lose me. Never. Whatever obstacles come, we face them together. You, me, this love was stronger than anything Lagos throws at us." Diva rested her head against his chest, listening to the steady beat of his heart. She realized that love wasn't just about passion or attraction. It was about trust, fighting for each other, and standing firm against the world. They pulled back slightly, foreheads touching, breaths mingling. "We'll survive this," Ethan whispered, voice low and determined. Diva smiled through the tears, feeling a warmth and certainty she hadn't known before. "Together," she agreed. Their rivalry had turned into love, their competition into connection,
and their hearts, once enemies, had finally found home in each other. And for the first time, Diva realized that the battles, the tension, and even the chaos of the city had all led her to this one undeniable truth. Some loves are worth fighting for, and some hearts are worth risking everything.
Thanks for watching. Follow Tales by Amuche and uncover African tales filled with secrets, lessons, and wonder.